Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we've got some really positive news, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Something Springboks fans will definitely want to hear.
Oh, yeah. What's the latest?
Well, we've been looking at the updates from Planet Rugby, and it's about a key forward, specifically.
Okay, intriguing.
Our focus today is Jasper Wiese, the Springboks number 8. There's been a development regarding his injury status.
Ah, right. The neck injury. That looked pretty bad initially.
Exactly. So we're going to unpack what this new information might mean, especially thinking about the July tests.
Sounds good.
And hey, if you want to keep up with all this Springboks news and analysis, make sure you hit subscribe to Rugby Obsession right now. Don't miss out.
Definitely worth doing. So, yeah, Wise. The initial reports, I remember them, they weren't great. He picked up that neck injury playing over in Japan, didn't he, after the move from Leicester?
That's the one. And the fear was, well, season over.
Yeah, that was the word. Wise himself even put out a statement basically confirming it, saying he expected to miss the rest of the Japanese season and, crucially for the Boks, those July tests.
Against Italy and Georgia, yeah. It felt like a really significant blow at the time, losing that kind of physical presence.
Absolutely. He's a big carrier, brings real grunt. Losing him for those tests would have been, well, a definite setback.
He just has that abrasive edge, doesn't he? Both carrying and at the breakdown. But, okay, here's the twist, the positive turn.
Go on.
According to a newer report, this one in Rapport, Wise himself is sounding much more optimistic. A lot more.
Oh, really? What's he saying?
He apparently believes he could be back playing as early as mid-June.
Mid-June. Wow, that's a massive shift from season over.
Isn't it just? It completely changes the potential timeline. If he's fit by mid-June, that puts him right back in contention for selection for those dry tests.
Assuming Rassie wants him, of course. But yeah, availability is the first step. That's fantastic news for the squad depth.
It really is. To go from thinking you've lost a key player for months to, potentially having him available for the first tests of the season. Huge.
It injects a different kind of dynamic back into the mix. We talk about the options at number 8.
Yeah, let's touch on that. Because even without Wise, Rassie wasn't exactly short of choices, was he?
Not at all. You've got Evan Roos at the Stormers, who's been, well, electric at times. Real X factor there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Cameron Hanekom at the Bulls. He's really emerged this season, hasn't he? A younger guy putting his hand up.
Definitely one for the future. Maybe even the present.
Right.
Then there's the experience, like Dan Dupree's over at Sale. Always solid.
Solid is a good word. Consistent performer. And then the Khaleesi factor. We've seen him packing down at 8 for the Sharks recently.
Yeah, interesting tactical shift there. Although for the Books, you still see him primarily as a 6, right? But that versatility...
It's always a bonus.
Yeah.
Rassie loves players who can cover different spots.
Yeah.
And you can't forget Quagga Smith either.
Never forget Quagga. He can pop up anywhere in that back row, including 8. Such a useful player to have in the squad.
So Wise potentially coming back just adds another layer, another type of player to that group.
Precisely. It gives Erasmus more strategic options. Roos offers pace and linking play. Hanekom is that dynamic youngster. Dupree is the solid experience. Quagga the versatility.
And Wise brings that raw power game, the confrontational style.
Exactly. That abrasive edge, dominance in contact, clearing out rucks, things that are absolutely vital in, tight test match rugby.
Yeah.
You need that go forward.
It makes the selection discussion really interesting now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if Wise is genuinely fit and firing by July.
It does. The depth is looking pretty healthy, which is exactly what you want heading into a busy international season. You're likely going to need a fair few players.
For sure. And, while we're focused on Wise today, it's worth mentioning Planet Rugby has had a bunch of other Springbok-related stories bubbling away.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, just brief mentions, but things like potential rising stars being watched, some brothers becoming eligible, which boosts the stocks.
Ah, okay. Broadening the player pool.
Yeah, and, rookies laying down markers, Peter Steph-Toy talking about tactics and innovation. Stuff like that. Even a rumor about a fly half potentially leaving SA and an update on another hero needing surgery.
So lots happening around the squad and the management. It paints a picture of a team constantly evolving, planning.
Exactly. It all adds to the bigger picture. And hey, if you're finding this deep dive useful for keeping track of it all, just another reminder to subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We try to connect the dots for you.
Good shout. Because all these little pieces matter. But this Wise news specifically, that feels like a really significant piece of the puzzle right now.
Yeah, a very positive one. Having him potentially available just strengthens that forward pack considerably. Experience and power.
So wrapping up on Wise then.
Hmm.
It looks like the early panic might have been premature.
It seems that way. The rugby obsession community can certainly feel a bit more optimistic about seeing him potentially pull on the green and gold in July. It's a definite boost.
We've sort of gone from that initial shock to this, well, unexpected positive update and looked at how he fits alongside the other guys pushing for that number 8 jersey.
It really does set up an intriguing selection ahead of those tests.
Definitely.
So, now we want to throw it over to you listening. What do you make of this news about Jasper Wiese? Are you hopeful?
Yeah, how do you see him fitting back in? Assuming he's fully fit, of course.
And who's your pick? If you are Rassie, who starts at number 8 against Italy and Georgia, let us know your thoughts in the comments. We genuinely love hearing your takes.
It's always good to see what the consensus is out there. This whole situation, though, just shows you how quickly things can change in sport, doesn't it? The resilience involved.
Absolutely. Adds a bit of unexpected excitement to the build-up.
For sure.
Right. Well, thank you for tuning in to this Rugby Obsession deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone.
We really appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to you listening to our next episode. And one last time, please do subscribe to Rugby Obsession if you haven't already. It helps us keep bringing you this analysis.